this work is super important to me. It feels like it's art, but it's more than just art. To me, it's as much about the conversation. You'll see in the corner that the exhibition is dedicated to my mum, to Nick and to Brian, all of whom have passed away and who are really special to me. And they are why I do this work. Life hasn't always been easy, and the things I've learned through that process feel really important to me to share. I know things don't necessarily happen for a reason. I don't think for a second that Nick died so that I would be here tonight doing this. But he did, and I feel like I want to make the most of what I've learned from that. So for me to be able to have a space to share my experiences and to speak about grief, because we're not very good at it. It's uncomfortable when we're going through it, it's so raw, we can't get the words out, and then we feel like we're supposed to have moved on, so we probably shouldn't talk about it anymore. For me, I just want us to have a space where it's safe to talk about it for as long as we need to, as long as we want to. The people are always going to be dead. You know, there is no getting over it, or forgetting them, or, you know, the whole moving on thing is kind of a weird concept to me. We move forward with life, but they're always there. I had the opportunity last year to go to Nick's grave, which was a really powerful thing for me to do, and really important. And huge thanks to my partner Andy for being there with me and allowing me to do that. And when I went to Nick's grave, it wasn't, I don't know what I expected, but his grave was 15 years old, and it looked 15 years old. You know, it looked like Nick had been forgotten. And I know Nick hasn't been forgotten, and he will never be forgotten. But when I saw the grave, and you could barely read his name, I just felt like, but he feels so real to me. You know, to me, he just actually feels almost alive, because that's how he is in my heart. And I was looking at this thing that showed he'd been gone for a really long time. And that kind of surprised me, because I feel like we carry them with us, you know? They're not here in the way they were, but they're around us all the time, I feel, and that was really powerfully illustrated to me when I saw Nick's grave. The difference between what I was seeing with my eyes and what I knew in my heart to be true. And so I guess that's why I feel like I want to talk about this. I want us to be able to talk about our people. I love that I feel like Andy knows my mum, even though they met once, because I talk about her so often, I guess. The other day when we were hanging paintings, and he was trying to help, but I was being a little bit fiercely independent. And he said, "All right, Miss Hawke," because that was Mum's last name, and he knows full well that that's where I got that from. And I love that he knows that, you know, and he wouldn't know that if I just shut it away and didn't talk about her. So I guess that's what I'm here for, is for us all to feel like we can talk if we need to talk, cry if we need to cry, laugh and be happy as well, because that's super important, and that's okay. But we don't have to feel like we have to move on, or that, you know, they would want us to whatever. You know, I felt so much pressure in the year after Nick died, where he kept saying, but he would want you to be happy. But right now I'm really sad, you know, that's okay. Yeah, I think that's all I need to say. The work says it all, I think. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Special thanks to Andy, because he's amazing and has been so super supportive, and the work wouldn't all be up, probably, because I'd still be climbing up and down a ladder. So thank you for coming. And